Welcome back to Denmark. In this video we are heading for the town of Hirtshals. We're also going to check into my accommodation that I picked up on Airbnb, but the road to Hirtshals begins at this beach right here. It's called Skiveren Beach, and I've just found out that it is a driving beach. So you're allowed to bring your car through the gates and onto the sand itself. Considering the gates are open and the sand is looking good, why not? Just don't tell the rental company. Here goes nothing. Here we go. I have never before driven on a beach, so I'm going to check that one off the list whilst I'm here in Denmark, North Jutland. What an incredible place. I have seen cars coming from that direction right there, so if I show you, cars have been coming from up there, so I'm guessing there must be some kind of other entrance. The sea is pretty rough, nothing major, nobody's in it. And then in the other direction, you can see some sand dunes over there, quite tall as well. There are signs up saying, don't stand beneath one, don't dig into it, otherwise you could end up in a world of pain, or a world of sand at least. And the facilities here on this beach, I'll tell you, are excellent as well. There are changing facilities, there are restrooms, there's an emergency contact board with a load of information about the beach itself. And even though there's not a huge amount of people here, there are some people driving up and down and just enjoying the scenery. It's a wonderful place. Right, I think with that, I'm gonna jump back in the car. Hopefully I haven't got stuck, hopefully I haven't sunk into the sand. We're gonna drive off the beach and head towards Hirtshals. Out of the car, and I am now at a place called Tversted or Tversted. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce it, but it is a forest and nature area with trails and a couple of lakes that I'm heading for now. So I've probably got about a 15-20 minute walk through the woods to get to the lakes, and then after that I want to try and seek out a watchtower that's going to give me some great views above the trees. But it's a really pretty area. We've got a nice little stream. I was going to say mountain stream, but there's not many mountains around here. Nice wooden bridge. Stream goes off in the other direction. We're going to go up this way. Sure enough, a lot closer than I thought. The lakes are just up ahead now. It's only taken about 5 minutes to walk here. Looks like there's a path around the lakes, and there's the water. Absolutely beautiful, lovely afternoon, late afternoon now. I think what we're going to do is just take a walk around and just follow this trail so that we come out on the other side, and that's the direction of the watchtower. this is a haunted forest if ever I've seen one. Just wanted to show you on the left and the right, but more prominently on the left. Look at these pretty hills in the trees that are covered in thick moss. Trail has turned a little bit muddy, but we are continuing nonetheless. I just hope I don't end up in this mud. Oh, that's looking pretty bad. Oh man, never wear white trainers for a hike. Should I turn back or should I continue on? That is the question. These are slippery. Oh, this wood is kind of just, oh my word. Oh, here we go. So that has brought me out to the beach, which is amazing, but it is not what I wanted. I wanted to find the lakes and the Watchtower, but whilst we're here, I will walk very slowly so I don't get my trainers filled up with sand again, and we will have a quick look at the beach. It does look magnificent, I've got to say. Again, white sand, blue sea. This is a spectacular place. If you get some really warm days, I would imagine this place is packed with locals and tourists. Right, here we go. So we've got a little lagoon there behind the beach, and then look at that beautiful sand. Very peaceful, very tranquil. Lovely area of the country. I am loving North Jutland so far. Okay, well, if I turn around there, you can see the forest, which is where I've come from. We're going to head back in that direction now, try and find the second lake, and then get on to that viewpoint. Okay, back on track, back in the wilderness, back in the trees. How interesting, the little spillover area here is where I've just come from anyway, lower than the lake itself. So all of this water is very slowly pouring down here, and I'm not sure if you can see all of those bugs. It is a reminder for me to put my DEET on, my mosquito repellent. We do not want to be dinner for any of these little bugs tonight. That's what we're after. Ravklit, 1.2 kilometers through a forest. That's about a 10 to 12 minute walk from my calculations. So we've got a load of steps now, and I'm hoping that when I get to the top of these steps, we are going to see the observation deck, because it is always going to be positioned on top of a hill. Unfortunately, nothing here at all at the moment. I'm hoping, but it's a little bit further that way. I know I'm close to it. I'm hoping the observation deck isn't a hill. I'm hoping it's a kind of wooden tower, but we'll follow it on a little bit more and see if we can spot it. That's got to be the most rogue tree that I've ever seen. It kind of bends all the way around and then goes up here. Never seen anything like it. More steps, but I spy with my little eye something beginning with W. Watchtower. Here we go. Let's see if we can get to the top. Oh boy, it is like a vertical ladder going up. There's 3 of these to get to the top, so we're going to have to be very careful, I think, as we climb up. Probably shouldn't be doing it with a camera in one hand, to be fair. However, got to make that video somehow until they invent drones that can just follow me around at will. We have got to do it the manual, old-fashioned way. Okay, that's one section. Let's go for the second one. That's what I'm seeing. Oh, dearie me. There we go. This is floor number 2. You never know what you're going to find in the forests of Denmark. One more. Can we do it? I think we can. Let's see if we can get to the very top, and then I'll show you the views. I think we've earned the views if we manage to get up here, which we now are. And we're up there with the trees. Absolutely spectacular. Let me show you what I'm seeing. So we have the Danish North Jutland forests all around me. Over there I can see the sea, and to be fair, the views are somewhat impacted by these massive trees that have grown probably since the Watchtower was placed here. Right, great to see nonetheless. I'm going to take a breather and then we better get back to the car because I've got to go and check into my Airbnb and give you a quick look around that. I think you're going to be impressed. This part of Denmark definitely feels more like the real, authentic, genuine Denmark. If you watched my previous video that I recorded earlier this morning, I visited Skagen and Grenen. Amazing places for sure, but packed full of tourists. And you can see that a lot of what is there is kind of designed and built for the tourism industry. Whereas the beach I was at in this video, the forest now, and hopefully Hirtshals when we get there, are going to be off the tourist trail. Well, we've arrived in Hirtshals. That's where I am right now. I've just parked my car where that red dot is, and I'm fixing to go climbing up this sand dune. The town is behind me there. We'll walk through that in a second. That's where I'm parked right there. But there has been a change of plan, of course. I was going to head to my accommodation, get checked in and then head here, but I was running low on time, so I decided, more sand blowing, to instead come here so I could spend the last hour and a half of daylight taking a look at the town itself. So that's what I'm doing. Oh my god, there is loads of... Oh, I'm gonna have to go down. I don't like sand all that much in my face, but my camera dislikes it even more. In fact, during the North Coast 500 road trip in Scotland in 2020, sand is what finished off my old Canon G7X Mark II. It was on its way out anyway, to be fair, but that's what finished it off on Sandwood Beach Bay. Okay, change of plan then, we'll rethink and we'll go again. So I guess this illustrates the problem with migrating sand dunes in the area. You see the beautiful beach that sand is being blown onto the road itself. And when you think about it, if that wind persists for years and years on end, all that sand will be blown over in that direction and it will start forming inland. And of course it starts causing problems with agricultural land and homeowners and all of that. So I am going to show you, I think, the crazy waves hitting the beach and the harbour down there, and then I think we're going to head inland towards the town centre. So what do I know about the town of Hirtshals? Well, I know about 5,000 people live here. I know that it is based around an artificial harbour which was built between 1919 and 1931. During that time as well, a railway system was put in and linked to the main Danish rail network. So in a very short period of time, a lot of things started to happen here. Someone's hunting in the graveyard. Hello, old boy. Hello. Oh, what a lovely cat. Hello. So the church was opened in 1908, and at the time it cost 33,000 Danish kroner to build. That is about £3,700 sterling, or about 4,400 euros. Before the church was completed and opened, the 500 or so residents of Hirtshals back in the day used to have to travel to a neighbouring village called Horn in order to attend church. By a burger restaurant on my way to buying some milk for my accommodation tomorrow morning. So I've got some breakfast, I've already got some cereals in the car. When I got here, I didn't speak any Danish and the lady behind the counter was Norwegian, so we couldn't really understand each other, but a kind gentleman translated my order for me, so hopefully the correct food turns up, we'll see. But this restaurant is called the Café Jasmin, and the lady has been here running it since 1998. In fact, if I come over here, there is a...
Outside.
Outside, yes. Here's the lady herself. So she's going to show me something outside as well. Then is it the name of the restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Oh. Yeah, so if you are in Hirtshals, then come to the restaurant, yeah. This is the lady that runs it. I'm sure the food will be really good. This is the newspaper cutting that the lady gave me. That's the lady, the owner, the manager. And here is the restaurant. Looks good. Here we go then. That looks good. That is going to go down a treat. Thank you very much. Thanks very much. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. What a nice lady, unbelievable. We couldn't speak a word between us, but sometimes you don't need to. Right, I'm back at the car. We're gonna go and seek out now the accommodation for tonight on Airbnb. Well, I have located my humble abode. It was not the easiest place to find, but my goodness, this is one cracking deal. It is essentially a house to myself in the woods of Denmark. It is a bit too late tonight and too dark out there to show you around, so I will catch you in the morning for a tour.